What up to the Podverse and everyone sleeping in the cloud? Welcome to the Blacklog, where we talk black about TV, film, music. Sometimes we just digress into conversation and drink coffee. My name is Rod, and my co-host name is Ryan. Say hello, Ryan, to the people out there.
What's up? What's happening?
What's up? If you have been, you're one of the hundreds and thousands of people who have been tuning into the Blacklog. You all know that we started this show off. Don't do that. We started this show off talking about the seminal TV show Different World. We kind of digress like we say we do here, but there was a reason we did that. Our access to Different World was basically cut off. We were watching it on Max and other different platforms, and for some reason, it was yanked. And as easy as we thought it would be to get physical content on this show, it is not that easy as we thought it would be. Hence, we moved to film, music, and other things.
And not to say that we won't, because we will be doing that anyway.
But in our triumphant return, we bring you another seminal TV show, Good Times. It is the first sitcom ever about a black family. It was created by Eric Monty, the writer of Cooley High, and Mike Evans, who played the original Lionel on The Jeffersons.
Hey, before we get started, I just want to give a quick shout out to Tiffany Custom Creations, etiffanycreations.com. If you're looking for some good apparel, they can make anything for you. etiffanycreations.com. Got to give them a shout out.
For all your apparel needs. I just always wanted to say that. For all your apparel needs. Like I said, it was produced by Norman Lear. It stars Florida. I'm about to say it stars Florida. It stars actress Esther Rolle as Florida Evans. Florida Evans was a character on the sitcom Maude, which was a spinoff of All in the Family. Both created by Norman Lear. Hence, this show, that character, was spun off into her own show. As we noticed with time, these characters changed a little bit, jumping from Maude to, but we'll talk about that later. This show debuted on February 8th, 1974. My God, wow, we talking 50 years here. This TV show is 50 years.
Yeah.
Yep. 50 years old. The first episode is Getting Up the Rent. Now, let me state, in the 3 episodes that Florida Evans' husband, James Evans Jr., was on the Maude show.
Henry Evans.
His name was Henry Evans. And he was at least a high school educated firefighter. Doing quite well, who did not want his wife to be any white woman's maid. He didn't want that. So, I take care of my family. I don't know what happened in the move, because as we move into this one, you'll see the struggle for the rent and the struggle for employment. So
it must have been an investigation into some firefighter incident where Henry Evans was thrown under the bus and changed his name to James Evans.
What are you doing? You're reaching.
I mean,
what are you doing? I'm reaching. But yeah, something happened. Something happened in the transition. Getting Up the Rent, written by, like I said, Eric Monty, the man who brought us Cooley High, a classic that we will be doing here on the Blacklog. Maybe
really?
Not next week. Will we? That was so will we?
I mean, no disrespect to Cooley High,
just disrespect to Cooley High.
No.
Written by Eric Monty, directed by Don McHale and Perry Roseman, 2 people who I heavily tried to research. Okay, it was half-ass research, but still, I really tried, and I really found nothing much on these guys. How did it take 2 guys to direct this episode? I don't know, but it did. Before we get into it, Good Times. Anytime you need a payment, good times. I better stop because we can't afford that. But temporary layoffs, easy credit ripoffs, scratching and surviving, and hanging in the child line.
And asphalt growing.
Man.
Watching the asphalt grow.
Man.
Which is an amazing concept.
Man, that is depressing right there. We are watching asphalt. Man, they were not good times. Be honest with you. Not at all. The pilot episode opens on Thelma Evans, played by the lovely Bernadette Stannis, who went by Bernadette. She split her name, and there was no Stannis. It was Bernadette.
All I saw was Thelma. That's all I saw.
I think we all saw Thelma, and kept trying to figure out the genealogy between James Evans, Florida Evans, and how did you get this young lady. But that's for another time. She's cooking breakfast, and man, can't get any blacker. She's reading an issue of Ebony.
Hey, promote them, man. Promote that stuff, man. They don't.
Chicago was the headquarters of Ebony, so why not?
Promote it.
And we hear is yelling from off camera. In walks Michael Evans, played by young Ralph Carter. His character was just very pro-black. He had a nickname that probably wouldn't go well today. It was the militant midget.
Yeah, that would not go well. That would not go well in 2024.
I think it would be the stubborn little person, probably. Probably the stubborn political.
You can keep militant.
The stubborn political little person, but definitely not the latter of the midget. He comes in and he is complaining with his friend. He's been playing cops and militants, which is quite
an amazing game, bro.
Cops and militants.
He was like, cops and robbers, nah. Cops and militants.
And Mike was mad because he having to be the cop, which I understand. I kind of understand. Who wouldn't want to be Fred Hampton or Kwame Ture?
I do need you all to recognize that this is a 50-year episode, and they're talking about police brutality. Just putting it out there. That's all.
Well, things have not changed. Maybe. Thelma is complaining about needing help with breakfast. I gotta tell you, Thelma, how much assistance do you need? You're cooking oatmeal. You're also reading Ebony.
That pot of oatmeal look rough. So maybe she did need help.
But did you really need help? I think she's just complaining. She's helping out because Florida has recently had an appendectomy, and she wants mom to rest. And they're trying to help around the house or the apartment, whatever you want to call it. No, not whatever you want to call it. It is an apartment. We can see the entire house. It's pretty much, outside of the restroom and the 2 bedrooms. That's it. That's where Michael and JJ sleep. We'll see in future episodes. Florida's asleep in her room. She comes out. JJ comes home, coming down from returning to their 17th floor apartment with the mail, and there's an issue with, I guess, siblings. Siblings get upset with each other. They start yelling at each other, talking, because Thelma called them ugly, and I mean, I'm not going to disagree. I'm not going to disagree with Thelma on that, Florida... What?
I leave it alone.
I'm just saying, JJ was like,
I'm not gonna judge the man.
I'm not gonna judge. Florida comes out and it's like, what is going on? And it's brought up, it's like, Thelma called JJ ugly, and JJ's like, but you know what? I like JJ's confidence, man. JJ's confidence.
Hey, we can fool around. JJ was pulling them on good times. He had a nice run. Boom, boom, Belinda. When that one of his girls, boom, boom, Belinda.
Oh my God, yeah, it really was. Yeah, he did have a run, no doubt about it. As the series goes on, JJ did have a run. He comes out. I mean, not he comes out. The kids are arguing. Florida comes out, finds out that JJ has the mail. She wants to see the mail, and she finds out an eviction notice. An eviction notice for what? Today. We're going to get put out today of our home. And she kind of shook by this, but the kids say, Daddy didn't want us to worry you because he's got a friend named Monty. And that
old janky Monty.
Florida knows exactly who Monty is. She says, what did he say?
That's the same Monty that said Nixon was going to be Pofo's best friend.
And if you know your
we
history,
certainly know.
If you know your history, Nixon was not.
You didn't have to study civics to know that. You could have watched a movie to see that Nixon was janky.
Yeah, Nixon was pretty janky. Monty works in the projects, and supposedly he's going to help them out. Have you ever had that janky?
What is he doing at the projects?
He just is Monty at the projects. He's Monty who works at the projects. And you never know his title. It's Dan's friend Monty who works at the projects. What does he do? He works in the projects. I mean,
he got a broom.
Have you ever had a Monty? You ever had a Monty friend in your life?
What's a Monty friend?
The one who just ain't, who never do.
Janky? A janky friend? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, we literally have a friend, a friend of ours. I won't say his name, but we used to call the first part of his name was Janky, and then his name.
That's just not good. That's just not good at all. That's so not good. Florida asked about the shoebox, and I know we had a disagreement about this earlier. I just was like, is there no banking? Like, he's like, I'm not saying that black people don't keep money in the house, but it's like, how much money is in the shoebox? They said,
bruh, we are talking about the Evans family, and you talking about a bank account, bruh? Really? This dude was bringing $6 home after working for 24 hours straight. James would work 24 hours straight.
He didn't work 24 hours straight.
James worked 24 hours straight and came home with $6.
He did not work. He worked through the night, but he did not work through. We'll get to that part. He did not.
18 hours straight.
That's not legal.
Paying $6 a person ain't legal either. That's a sweat box, man.
But there were deductions. Come on. Michael said something, and Florida went, boy, and we hit to hear Michael's infamous line for the first time. Mama, boy is a white racist word. And to me, Florida says the funniest line of the whole episode. Michael, this ain't no time to be black.
Yeah.
Michael, this ain't no time to be black. I'm really supportive of you in them good times, but this is not no time to be black right now. It's just like
they for an episode that was a pilot, they had some good comebacks in this show. Pretty good comebacks, considering it was the first one.
True, but was it shot first? You know what? Wait, no, it was shot first. This is the pilot. You're right. It didn't air, but it was the pilot. You're right. They had some great comeback. You are right about that. You're bang up on that, sir. In comes, there's a knock at the door. It's James Evans, played by John Amos. Former Kansas City Chief running back, Kunta Kinte in Roots.
And who else did he play? Kansas City what?
Oh, Kansas City Mac.
Yeah.
Kansas City Mac, and Let's Do It Again.
Yeah.
I'll cover every bet you got.
That's yeah. That's it right there. Yeah.
They're going too. Mongo Slade. Mongo Slade. I don't remember hearing your name.
Yeah, that gold too. I like that.
James comes in, he knocks the door, and this is a pet peeve of mine because everybody has entered this house except for James. This is James' apartment, and he knocking at the door. Florida, let me in. Florida, let me in. I
can understand that. I can understand that.
It's like you ain't got no key to your apartment. It was cool because the guy's a good joke and stuff like that. It's like, it took you so long to get to the door? He said, if you wanted fast, you should have married O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson was just...
Our first O.J. Simpson reference.
Man.
One of many.
O.J. Simpson was just a reference in the 70s. Some way, somehow, you always going...
Oh, bro, if you use O.J. Simpson, you was in like Flynn, bro.
Yep, all until 1995.
Until 1995. 1994.
Until
1994.
Yeah, things kind of changed, man. Kind of changed a little bit. It's a little problem. Rest in peace, Juice. Rest in peace. He comes home and Florida brings up. Florida said she mentions that she knows that you had 2 eviction notices. Why didn't you tell me? He said you was sick and all this other stuff. And then they asked him about how much. We go back to the money he made. He said he made $6 from his dishwashing job last night. First of all, where you gotta wash dishes all night long? Just ask.
First of all, it costs $74. They use the rest of their $74 to pay for an appendectomy. Let's start off with that. That is incredible, bro.
Healthcare was good in 74.
Shucks, man, I go get me an appendectomy for...
You don't need one, but it's $74. I want one anyway because it's $74.
Man, hook me up with that appendectomy, man.
But you don't need one, Mr. Email. Hey, man, you don't pass up a good deal.
I know y'all gonna raise them prices at some point.
You gonna raise them prices at some point. Let me get some of that, man. And all of it, as we get into that, James does not really want to talk about Lona Woods makes her first entrance. Oh man, when Lona comes in, and she could tell that it's a very dark feeling over the room. As she says, I could have got a better reception at a Klan meeting. That's just low key.
Yeah.
That's low key.
That was pretty good. Like, yeah. Wow. Like, man.
So Walona just goes straight for it, like, what's going on? And they say, we got an eviction notice.
Oh no. That's how she hit you. Oh no.
Oh no. It's like she sounded like that person in the audience when they found out James died. Oh no. We're happy. This was from James. We're sorry to inform you your husband died. Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Hey, that was back in the days where the audience, especially in black TV, bro, the audience gave some great responses, bro. Later on, bro, one of the best references ever, bro, when Keith was there and drinking, bro, and we didn't know why Keith was going in that bathroom. And shout out to my friend Amber who caught this in high school. Man, he walked in that bathroom and started opening that toilet. Somebody in the audience said, drinking damn toilet water.
Now you gonna make me go find that episode. Now you gonna make... I don't want to jump ahead. You gonna make me go find that episode.
You can call me Ray, and you can call me Jay. And Joker come into the house. Man. He walk into the bathroom, come out. You can call me Ray. You can call me Jay.
Stop. Just man, stop. Like I said, at that moment, man, James wants to change the subject and she starts talking about a date she had the other night when suddenly 2 more people open the door. Two gentlemen, strangers. Who the hell are y'all? And they said, we're here we thought y'all were gone. What you talking about? We here to move your stuff out, stuff like that. James is like, flared nostrils and everything. He walked up and said, man, y'all better get the hell out of my house. He said, and take your hats off.
And James James said something about connecting his fist to their face, bro.
Yeah, he said it's to both of them.
I can't remember. Yeah.
Like they're two whole humans that you just threatening right now, James. And they ain't saying nothing.
James is about to be an Instagram star, bro.
Yeah, he was. If they'd had cell phones, Michael would have been world star. World star. The moving, like I said, they say we're here to move them out and stuff like that. Michael rolls up on him and says, "Brother," tells him that he jive what you call. And let me say, the movie is played by Hal Williams, who was Smitty in Sanford and Son, and later he would play Lester Jenkins in 227.
Bruh. Why you can tell that line that they gave him when Michael approached him, that was not that was straight off the script, bruh. That was straight off the script. You remember what he said, bruh?
I'm sorry about Secretary of State.
He said, I'm sorry about Secretary of State, but that job was already took. Come on, bruh. You couldn't get that man taken or something? Oh, bruh. It sounded so scripted, bruh. He was like, but that job was already took. You know what? I'm starting to think back to my categories right now.
I think Hal probably said, I don't really have to say this. I could say taken. No, Hal. We need you to give us the essence.
I bet,
of black.
And that's when those two. You said, why did they need two? Because those two didn't know how they felt that they had to come together. And that's why they needed two. And that's why you don't know who they are.
Well, in all this, Walona says, I have $16 in my rainy day shoebox. I guess it's her rainy day fund in her shoebox. And he offers them. And James says, I don't want to take no money from friends. And JJ says, make an enemy. A buck's a buck.
That was a good line. That was a great line.
And Thelma offers, she said, Daddy, I've been saving $4 to work on my fro, and I got to stop and say, Thelma, your afro should be a daily maintenance, baby. This not should be nothing you should be saving up for. This is not
but honestly, you pick it out and you spray it.
It's a bottle of Afro cheese. And quite honestly, if anybody think about this. Everybody,
that's all you do, bro. That's all
everybody
you do, bro.
Except for everybody except for Walona is wearing a natural hairstyle. Everybody. And
that's right. That's right. I didn't even think about that.
And when I'm looking at JJ, I remember Eddie Murphy recently made a joke about Sidney Poitier, saying, you know how good an actor Sidney Poitier was, because they never combed his hair and you never noticed. And I thought that was so mean. And I said, that's kind of wrong, Eddie. Like, you my boy, but I thought that was out of line. Until I watched Good Times, and I said, my God, it looked like Michael's hair ain't combed, JJ's hair ain't combed. Thelma is the only one who got combed hair.
Bless you, might I add, her fro was fabulous.
It was.
Bless you.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, and you know what? It's true, because my wife sometimes, I might, with my hair, she might say, ooh, Ryan, you got a little James Evans going on right there. She'll hit me with it. She'll hit me with that James Evans.
Man, James Evans, James.
If she says right, you got a little James Evans going on, that means I need to go fix up whatever I got going on.
If somebody said I'm gonna be James Evans for Halloween, you know what you do? You wear tight corduroys and don't comb your hair.
And a vest. A burgundy vest.
And flare your Then JJ offers his first painting. Old man Sweeney wanted to pay. I said, "There's no old man Sweeney in the Cabrini project." Oh, I said, "Ain't no old man Sweeney. Who the hell is that?" Oh my God!
But you know what? He was painting. Oh no, wait. What was the painting that he was painting? Because I'm about to jump. I think I almost jumped to
that's
the next
episode. Yeah,
yeah.
This is supposedly his first painting.
What was it a painting of?
That one, it really wasn't distinct. It really wasn't. Like, he just said it was the first painting.
Okay.
Because I remember looking at it, it don't even look like it's Ernie. It was Ernie Barnes, but I was like, I don't even know distinctly what it was. But this was his first. And Ernie Barnes, if you don't know, was the painter who did all the paintings that was shown on Good Times that JJ had done. Matter of fact, he did the cover of the I Want You album by Marvin Gaye, which recently sold for like a couple of $1 million, and we found out that Eddie Murphy really owns the original. So if a copy going for a couple of $1 million, if Eddie has a crack habit, he can always sell that. We go to so, and Michael offers his $2 he saved for law school. Like, Michael, look, man, you need to pass the SAT first. How about that? Pass the SAT, and then we'll talk about saving for law school.
Michael, good on SAT. Michael, good on SAT.
I mean, he good. He is good. But, bruh, I swear, there's a speech in here that James goes to all three. He always. I feel like he's gathered his kids many times later in this series where he says, "JJ, don't do that, baby. Baby girl, don't do that." And it's always, "Michael, you don't do a doggone thing. And doggone it, I think you can be the next Supreme Court justice." Every time. I've heard this, like, we going to hear this speech again.
Such a positive father.
Yeah, he is. James goes to he said, man, he made me think of Dad when he said, "Hey, man, what's going on, man? Give me some play." He said, "Give me some play." He said, "Look here, man. We got 2 more evictions. We can push you down to late, and we'll come back." So they bounce. And then James says, "Well, I got to get $70 by 5 o'clock, baby. And there's only one way I can make it."
Because we know we're not going to get it from Monty, because Monty is a wino.
And you know that, James. Why you say it like that, Florida? Why you say it like that? But
Florida know that. Florida like, you know your boy. You know your boy.
You know your boy.
Your boy ain't nothing but a wino.
Like when you gonna support me, woman? Okay, this is the part where you're supposed to support me. I don't need the back talk.
Hey, we do have to go back. No, I'm not even. I'm gonna wait.
He said, "What we gonna do?" So he says, "There's only one thing I can do. Don't you dare, James." And Thelma says, "What are you gonna do, Mama? What are you gonna do?" He said it like he gonna get a pistol and go rob a liquor store.
She said, and she went, "Oh no!" Like, man. All he did was pull out you think the man pulling out a shotgun.
I thought you might well say Omar coming the way he Omar. Hey, what's Daddy gonna do? Daddy got a Saturday night special. He gonna go rob somebody. What is that?
No, Daddy got a pool stick and he about to go shoot that pool.
Well, why was he gonna do it? And the only person who's happy about the pool cue is JJ.
Dynamite.
He's like, "That's where I got my hustle gene from. Dynamite." Is that? I think that's the first. I think that's the first utterance of Dynamite. I think that's the first utterance of Dynamite. Florida then brings the Lord into the conversation, and James is like, "Man, me and the Lord got a weird conversation, but today it ain't gonna happen."
Said me and the Lord gonna have to catch up later on. Like, man,
we're gonna catch up later, but not right now. And James is like, we can. JJ brings up his department store hustle, and man, you know what?
Wait, with that, I gotta go back, bro. We passed it up, bro. I told you earlier, man. They had some good lines and good comebacks, and man, there wasn't when Florida was talking about money, and JJ was like, "Hey, I got 100 ways I can get $70, and I got 100 ways I can warm your butt." It's such a good flow, bruh. Such a good. Good fluid dialogue, bro.
Warm your butt. That's. I'm surprised you
And,
said.
and you said, you don't know Shylock from Shinola. And I remember JJ went,
They were talking
Ma.
about mine. He talking about Monty.
But I know, but when he said it, you knew what he meant. Because JJ
Yeah.
went, Ma.
Oh, that's, you know what? I didn't know until you just said it. I was just like, well, what did, until you said it, I was like, I get it. Oh, this is a little revelation right here. I didn't even realize it right now. So, I'm just figuring that out. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But JJ is talking about his department store hustle, and I did laugh at Florida. She said that child tongue got tied, not in that child tongue. He still got 2 yards for flapping.
You know what, bro? I wrote that down as you know what? We'll get to it. I had that as one of my quotes to remember, bro.
Really?
She said, tied not in that child's tongue, and he still got 2 yards for flapping.
Man, that is and she's going out talking. Then what's her name? Bologna had suggested going to the welfare office. He said, "No, I'm not gonna do that." Now James has left, but Bologna, as soon as he leaves, said, "I'm gonna take you down to the welfare office." I wish James, I want his head to come back in. Didn't I tell you don't take my wife down to? Didn't I tell you we ain't gonna take no welfare?
Let's get to that part.
What? The welfare office?
No, right before they left out. Did you notice what happened? Somebody who was supposed to be resting after an appendectomy has a robe on and is fully dressed under the robe.
I did know that. Wait, I was like, what is wrong with you? I did
I
know.
was like, what kind of relaxation is that?
And you know what made me notice? That bright orange top. I was like, wait, hold on. What you doing? I thought you was sick.
Yeah. Well, she took it off, and I'm like, dang, you got a whole outfit on?
I thought you was sick. I did. I was kind of shocked by that. Because it's like, I thought she was going to go in the back and change. I was like, damn, you dressed already?
Yeah, and then she took off the robe and rolled out, bro. Rolled out.
But then I noticed, I was like, when I noticed that, I said, damn, she ain't got slippers on. She got the shoes on. I thought.
I'm like, what?
I was like, I thought you was sick. I thought you was sick, and you were awakened by your kids yelling. She's talking about how James is doing something. JJ wants to do illegal stuff, and James wants to do immoral stuff. I can't lie to you. Being that they've been married for 17 years, that means I'm figuring James ain't took this pool cue out in 17 years. Like, what kind of magic did Florida throw on James?
Right.
Because couldn't he have been hustling all this time? Could he have not been hustling money all this time? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Trying to, like, washing dishes, you could have gone and made a couple of 3 cushion shots. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
They told him not to leave. JJ, Florida, and Walona at the. We see our first white person. He doesn't have a speaking voice, but we see our first white person on Good Times, and he's at the welfare office, and he's doing this. No,
Of course.
we can't give you nothing. No, we can't give you nothing. And I just think, like, Maloney, you ain't got no job. You can pay your rent. You can, like,
That's
you
your-
pay, do you have a job?
She work at the boutique, remember?
Which, yeah, I
The
know that.
boutique.
But she has yet to mention the boutique or whatever. I did like, there was a line that Florida's talking about, rich folks don't take welfare, and Malone said, yeah, they call them subsidies. I was like, I thought that was an issue for, I said, oh wow, that's an issue for today. That's still an issue today.
At one time they said something about they ain't paid nothing in taxes, and she said they get millions of dollars and pay $700 in taxes. She said, yeah, that paid for somebody's lunch or something. Some country's lunch.
They took Israel to lunch. That took the Israel to lunch.
I was like, ooh.
That's in the next episode. And that one, I was like, ooh.
Oh, that was the next episode?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that was the next episode.
That's amazing how they meshed together.
Walona and Florida are are approached by a pimp named Wes, and I think he's the beginnings of Lenny. I think they want him to be Lenny.
Before you even get to that part, the fact that they got turned down for welfare because they made $4,200 for a family of 5. Bruh, what do you have?
Wait, oh yeah, it's family of 5. There is 5. Okay,
Bro, what do you have to do to get welfare, bruh?
you need to have a family of 6.
Like, wow.
Yeah. And
Didn't they switch over at some point to them hustling?
Who?
Thelma and JJ and them.
Oh no! Well, we go back to the apartment, and they have been working.
Was that after? Oh,
they were in the beginning. They were working on in the beginning before you went to the welfare office. They were working on JJ was trying to describe the hustle to them, or how they should do this, how this should go on. But after the welfare office, we come back, and that's when Hal Williams, the two movers, come back, and they come back a little bit early.
What about when they was practicing?
Oh, and Thelma was horrible and just. Oh my!
And she grabbed her $4 afro.
Oh, she was like, oh my
All
God.
the blood is rushing to my head. Oh, and then she hit you with that. I have not had a thing to eat in 3 weeks.
Tune it back, Cicely. And he said, tune it back, Cicely Tyson. Tune it back. Tune it back, Cicely Tyson.
JJ, to say JJ had a horrible hustle, he still had good awareness to know, hey, Michael, you over there padding your part. You don't know, you ain't supposed to know that she been without food for 3 weeks. You are working at the store.
Oh my God. He did say that. He knew his hustle, no doubt about it. But the eviction people came back and they start to run it, and it's working. The game is run. They're ready to give her like 8 and 6. They were about to give him like $14.
But wait, I know I cut you off. I didn't mean to earlier, but that's part about Sweet Daddy, the pimp.
What?
The pimp.
Yeah.
The
what
pimp
about?
earlier.
I think he's the early. I think
Do
he was the early.
Do you think he was a? You think that they were considering him for a possible Sweet Daddy Williams? Do you think that he was under consideration?
I mean, he may have been, but that's when in the moment he was the best they had. But when they brought in real actors for this,
hey man, that'd be funny if the only listener we had for this podcast was him, bro. And he's just listening like, damn, they just listed me as the best we had at that time.
I don't know what's sadder, I don't know what's sadder, him doing that or him listening, or us have our only list. I will tell you one thing: that hat he was wearing, your father used to have a hat like that.
He did. Yeah.
But that was because of his social and pleasure club. They were called the Do-Riders, and they had those hats. It was the 70s, man. It was the 70s. They got pictures. That was a hat that people used to rock back in the day.
Man, the 70s in New Orleans? Oh man.
That hat right there, yeah. But I thought it was funny when Florida comes in. It's like, what the hell is going on? And they said, are they taking your money? And Hal Williams starts saying, yes. They're disrespectful. They're disrespectful, ungrateful job. Florida's like, hold on now. Ain't nobody gonna talk about my children in my house but me. All right?
What was so funny to me about that scene was when they walked in, these jokers was down holding Thelma's hand, humming.
Singing to him. Well, it's funny when she told him, apologize to Lord, sorry Lord.
and wait, what about what they said? They said somebody she hasn't eaten in 2 weeks, and Florida said, "The hell you say?
The hell you say? Much as she, if she weighs as much as she, it's gonna take 6 people to carry out." I tell her she ate in 2 weeks. She's like, yeah, that was pretty funny right there. That, oh my God. But when he said, what did she say? I'm going to talk to you. You going to make him wait for daddy? Not that father.
Not that father.
I say,
why you got so serious real quick? Not the father you're thinking about. And then wait, but how about that part? How about it got so quiet you just went like this?
Bruh,
She just
there are only 2 black mothers in the history of Hollywood that have that serious a tone. Is Esther Rolls, Florida Evans, and Mabel Thomas on What's Happening when she would say, "This is true," and she would say, "This is true." She's just take a serious. This is true. This is true. It'd be just grave. It'd be laughter, and all of a sudden they say one phrase, and everything just tones down, dog. But for Florida to turn, she said, "No, not that father. Let me turn to one."
And they hit her with a mid. It wasn't a close up. It was like a mid close up, and she was like this.
Giving a side prayer to Jesus. That was like white Jesus. I'm sorry, a side prayer to white Jesus because it's white Jesus. Make sure.
Oh, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that into the next episode.
The white Jesus, the white Jesus, and oh my gosh, she's giving this prayer. This family, don't put them out, and all this other stuff. Now, as this goes on, and she is so deep in prayer, James Henry Amos, former firefighter, walks in quietly.
Say, hey. He said,
and why is every?
He said, "You better believe it. I just hit the." What he say? What he say?
He said, "I just hit the best shot in the history of Elmo's pool and forest. The greatest three cushion shot.
The greatest 3 cushion shot."
But the killer part was everybody knew while Florida was in prayer to be quiet, even the movers. Yeah. Oh, hey, what's going on? And the killer part was when he gave the money to Monty.
Hey, when did Monty would have just run over, bro?
I know. He just, Monty, take this.
Hey, when he handed it out, I was like, man, Monty might be a crackhead. Monty might go grab something.
He told everybody at the door he had a plan while Florida was still praying. And he gives him money. And he says, "What happened?" He said, "It didn't work out, baby." Who is that? I said, who is that? And in comes Monty, played by.
I couldn't fail you again, James. I comes to you with the whole $104.50 in rent.
Played by the great Stymie Beard of Good Times and Little Rascal fame. I couldn't let you down. I couldn't let you down.
I couldn't let you down again, James. He is the whole. Hey, he had it said like that. He is the whole. He snapped it in his hands.
Oh man! And wait. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for this, and thank you for blessing my family. And thank you for that great 3 cushion shot. It's that look. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for that great 3 cushion shot.
Oh man.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And what kills me, they had a little reprise epilogue at the end where they sitting there and Thelma's picking an afro. Michael and James are about to watch TV. Florida is working on an antique sewing machine that probably could have paid the rent 3 times over. They could have gone to the pawn shop with so much shit in that house. They could have.
Pick up that $104 quick.
Like, what is wrong with y'all? Mama, why would we sell this? You don't even sew our clothes, Mama. Oh my God. For me, quote of the show: "This ain't no time to be black, Michael." Michael, this ain't no time to be black. tied with what makes them enemies. A buck is a buck. Doesn't matter. It's a dead heat for me.
My two. I had two quotes of the show too. I had some. I had quote one. I wouldn't do that, Mama. I may just find $70. He said, I wouldn't do that, Mama. I may just find $70.
I don't want you to find it before it get lost.
and quote number two, you already said it. Michael, this ain't no time to be black.
Michael, this ain't no time to be black. Is this still an issue in the black community? The cost of health care tied with rich people getting welfare and calling them subsidies. I had to.
I chose homelessness.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right.
I think homelessness may be worse now.
True.
Yeah.
Anything unrealistic?
Nah, not really. Not in this one.
For me, JJ always talking about running a hustle and stealing. Because if it was in Robert Email's house, the hell you talking about stealing? The hell is wrong with you? The hell are you doing talking about stealing?
Hey, I do want to add. Oh, wait. Well, I guess I need to explain this one. We call this the Shagu moment of the show, which is basically the minstrel moment. It is called the Shagu moment because my freshman year of college, my boy Ryan, who is not a fan of Good Times, might I add, we used to call people who were shaguing. He used to call them shagus, bruh. And somehow, being a minstrel just changed the shagu, bruh. Shoe shining or tap dancing or whatever you want to call it. He called it shaguing, bruh. And that just stuck, bruh. So the shagu moment of the show is basically the minstrel moment, which you will find many times on Good Times. At least one.
Just looking out of the window.
Dynamite is probably your default if you don't have one. So what, did you have a shagu moment of the show?
No, I didn't.
No?
I want, you know what? And I wanted to. I was searching I found myself searching for it. And I was like, I think I was searching too hard for it. But then I was like, I couldn't say. I don't want to throw that on nobody just to be throwing it on them.
No. If you don't have it, you don't have it. I had one. If you don't remember, when they were practicing the hustle, and Michael went to hide, right before Michael went to hide behind the couch to let Thelma do her thing, he said, "Do it to her, Thelma." And he jumped down below the couch. I was like, bro, was that necessary at all?
I mean, honestly, as Michael got older, I think he still had some moments. It's just like, what are you doing? It's like,
you got to go back and look, bro. When you see him do that, that's what made me think of that. Like, oh, Marlon Wayans. That's why he acted like that when they were making fun of Good Times. Do it to her, Thelma.
When were they making fun of him? What you say?
They were
Wayans brothers. On the Wayans brothers.
I think it was on the Wayans brothers, or
okay, yeah, you just
maybe Living Color. I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The blacklog is sponsored by Fade to Black Funeral Homes. Death is a part of life, so put life into your loved one's death. Fade to Black Funeral Homes with t-shirt printing and tattoo artists on site to commemorate your loved ones. Fade to Black. Up next.
Hey, before we go on, I would like to actually add a category, and this is dedicated to our boy Brent. Our boy Brent is better known as Background Brent because Background Brent always ends up in the background of somebody's picture. It's amazing. And I want to call Background Brent quotes because there are always quotes in these much older black shows that are really kind of low key, and if you don't catch it, it'll go past. And mine was when James paid Smitty, whoever Smitty from Sanford and Son in the movie.
Yeah, he was Tom as I looked in the credits. He was Tom in the credits.
When he paid him, he walked up and said, "Ain't gonna be no eviction today." He snuck it in there real fast.
You know what? Now that you say that, I'm gonna tell you, there's a moment where he says, "Brother," he says, "you got till 5 o'clock." And James offers to shake his hand. He said 5 o'clock. He said, "I ain't your friend." He just said 5 o'clock. And it's like he wouldn't shake his hand. It's like, "Thank you, brother. 5 o'clock. I ain't your friend. Just had that money by 5 o'clock." But the other dude shook his hand. Oh my God. The episode 2, titled simply Black Jesus. Written by John Donnelly. I looked this up. John Donnelly he created this show called The Fosters about a black British family in South London in 1977. He wrote on Who's the Boss, Good Times, Different Strokes, Jeffersons, and Barnaby Jones. This dude is from Gould. This black man is from Gould, Arkansas. The largest population they've ever had is 1,671 people. I can't ask enough. How in the hell did he get?
That's what you call making it.
Bruh. There is a statue to, you know who's from a small town? The late Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman is from Anderson, South Carolina. And their population is 20,000. Hey, what high school you go to in Anderson? Anderson. Anderson. But this 1671, it was written with, and the thing is, from what I researched on it, it was his story. I think he wrote it himself. It was I think another guy got credit because they always rewrites, but it was his story, the whole Black Jesus thing. It was directed by John Rich. I don't know why you need two. John Rich and Bob LaHorrendo. I say these names because John Rich directed a lot. I mean, a lot of All in the Family. And Bob LaHorrendo directed 2 episodes of Sanford and Son. So, one from the first season called A Pad for Lamont, when Lamont moved out.
That's a good
and
one.
Legal Equal, when Lamont went to court. And Fred was his lawyer. I don't want to go into specifics. But if you know, you know. I was like, oh my God, you directed that. We open, JJ is at an easel, dancing and working on a portrait of a street hustler named Sweet Daddy Williams. Now he is
Sweet Daddy Williams. First time we ever hear.
He's dancing all into it. Then all of a sudden he's yelling, "Thelma, turn that music down," which is so confusing to me. I say, weren't you just enjoying this? I think it's just it makes no sense, but it's a reason for them to argue. Michael comes in and mentions it's Black History Week and makes a commentary about the Sweet Daddy painting. Michael puts up his coat and finds one of JJ's painting of Black Jesus. He calls it Black Jesus, and is he like this? Like this, right?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Mike shows it to Thelma, and she recognizes it as Ned the Wine.
She hit him. She hit him hard. So he's like, I recognize him. That's Ned the Wino. She hit him with it hard too.
Man, season 1 and 2, Thelma hit her lines real hard. She's like, she wanted to be known. She had her and JJ as siblings just had bond issues, bro. She wanted to make him hurt, bro.
And Michael over there putting Black Jesus up in place of
white Jesus.
In place of the one that his mama had up.
In place of the white Jesus we just saw get prayed to by Florida Evans. So we know how close her and WJ are.
And she came home shortly thereafter.
Yeah, she did. and saw that, and she came back from the laundry room. And Florida is about to lose it as she presents. And she's
Hey,
like,
you know what though? Here's another good part where I don't know if it was scripted because Florida was just so smooth with it. JJ jumped in front of him. Honey, why do you keep jumping in my face? I know what you look like. Now move. That sounds like something. That just sounds like something any of our parents would say.
yeah, but yeah, probably Eric Monty probably wrote that one, right? He did say that. And she sees that, and she's on edge, like, and they go into the whole thing about that's bothering me. That's the only Jesus I knew, and I was like, oh Lord.
Right. This bothered me in whatever. I didn't see it when it originated. I saw it on reruns. It bothered me every time I saw it. As much as I laughed at that episode, bro, Florida just going in on the.
Oh, yeah.
She was just like, "This is the only Jesus I know. I don't." And then she said, "I don't know what I saw more, my family or this pain." I'm like, "Good Lord."
But what's the name? But Michael said, "But Mom, it's that." She knows Jesus is white. He said, "No, it's black." Where you get that from, Michael? It's in the Bible. And if you talk about your little background Brent quotes, he's going through the Bible and he says, "I read about it in Muhammad Speaks." You ain't gonna hear that. You ain't gonna hear that in the TV show. He says that.
I missed it when he was flipping through it. He said that.
Flipping through it, and he says, "Yes, I read about it in Muhammad Speaks." And honestly, that makes a lot of sense because they would use it.
And they can slip that in back then because ain't nobody know what he was talking about.
And she's like, he says, "Look right here. It says he has wool. He has hair like wool and eyes of fire." And Florida said, "Well, Lord have mercy." It sure do say that. And he got eyes like fire. Yeah. Sure is.
Bro, why Michael had to say it too like that? He's like, and red like fire. Why he had to look like that, bro? Why Michael had to go so hard on that?
You put an extra. You put a little extra.
Look at it again, bro. He went like this. And red like fire. He hit you with it.
Oh my God. Well, on this revelation, she says we can have it up for Black History Week. We're gonna keep Black Jesus just for a week. Lona enters trying to borrow a cup of coffee. Don't you have a job? Ain't you supposed to be in the boutique?
You work at the boutique, huh?
And she dressed hella good. Like, you ain't got no job, ain't got no money. And she's talking about this handsy date that she had, a guy that was all over. And then we learned, now here's something. We learned that James had to take off from work because he had to go. From what job is he taking off from to get on it? Why? What made you?
That tripped me out. I'm like, dang. I'm like, man, y'all can't leave that man alone.
Like, he can't keep a job.
That man worked for 24 hours to get $6. And y'all audited him? Like, good Lord, man. Leave him alone, man.
Like, let me put a spike in his back.
And you know what? This is a good time to reintroduce our episode on dead presidents and our friend Keith David. Money to bind. Money to bind.
Oh my God, he's doing it. We learned, like I said, that James had to go to the IRS. And he supposedly owes him $110. Walona jokes about the president only paying $700 in taxes.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
And Walona says, "I wonder what kind of deductions he had." She said, "Took Israel to lunch."
I was like, "Ooh,
ooh." Yeah, that was political humor at the moment in time. Thelma
couldn't get away with that in 2024,
and they couldn't. And they said something about the paint was said, and Thelma said, "It's JJ's paint." And Florida stops and said, "Thelma, I told you to clean, not lean."
Not lean.
It's
so
just
hard on Thelma, bro.
It's so
hard on
easy,
Thelma,
but it's
bro.
so easy to keep that little kitchen, clean, Thelma. Why you can't just clean the thing? At that moment, what Lona looks at the painting and says, I know who that is. That's Ned the Wino.
Hey, bro, the way she hit it, she's like, oh, it's coming to me right now.
Nah, it's Ned the Wino.
Ned the Wino.
Florida is about to lose it.
What Florida say? Florida said, say it again. And JJ went, uh-oh.
At that moment, Florida about to get into JJ when, man, Santa Claus came in the form of James Evans Sr. Had an arm full of gifts. Just like black folks, huh? As soon as they get money, just gonna burn you. I bet somebody could tell you, James, you could invest it. The hell is wrong with you? I'm going to buy things. What you talking about? And Florida is literally questioning the happiness. She can't even be happy. She's like, where you get all them gifts from?
I mean, she do that. She does have to make sure that he got this legally. He did. I mean, for somebody who works 24 hours for $6, to all of a sudden pop up with all those gifts, especially that last one.
The man waited 17 years to go hustle pool. I think you can believe. Give him the benefit of the doubt.
That's true. That's true.
He's 17. Can you give him the benefit of the doubt? She's doubting everything. And James explains how the IRS, baby, see, what we had was, remember when you had that operation last week?
The appendectomy for $74?
For $74? We had what they call medical deductions. And after I paid them all back from the money I had $140 left. And you knew I was going to go blow that.
Bruh, it was so funny looking at the family get so excited, bruh. It was like, and when I paid it all off, I still came away with 140 big ones. And like, yeah.
Like Fat Albert.
Like
Right?
Fat Albert, that's exactly.
Oh my God. She had to get him. Where did she get him? She got JJ some draws. I mean, I'm about to say JJ some draws. JJ, well, I mean, in essence, it was.
Yeah. Remember, she had Florida like, James, this is the coat that I wanted.
And she was caught up for a moment. They said, "Hold on, I want to stay warm, but this ain't hot." No, Florida, no, God, you would just go pee on the parade at any chance you get. Jeez, I wanted to say that. Jesus, Florida, you are just a depressing thing. Can we be happy for a hot second? Damn. And that's when, everybody.
But wait a minute. James? Everybody was excited. James said, I don't know what it is, Florida. It was like a miracle. It was like a miracle.
Everybody like, go to commercial. We come back. It's the next day, and Black Jesus is still up there.
Man, Black Jesus on a roll, baby.
Black Jesus on a roll, baby. And Thelma is like, in Florida, it's all about this whole, it's just a coincidence, this, that, the other. When Thelma rushes in, something that I always wanted to happen. And she says, "Think how lucky she is." Well, what happened? Larry Williams asked me out, and I ain't gonna lie.
Asked me to the Earth, Wind, and Fire concert.
No, it's Isaac Hayes. Get it right.
Isaac Hayes, my bad.
But it was just kind of like, as a father, I'd be like, I ain't seeing the happiness in this.
And who is this Larry?
Who is this Larry? Matter of fact, it's the Larry that next season is going to try to take me to Los Angeles, Dad. You're going to get mad.
Is that the same Larry Williams?
Yes. It's the same Larry. It's the Larry that next season is going to try to get me out of Chicago and take me to Los Angeles without going to college, and you're gonna be mad. But they said go ahead, as a father. I mean, and again, Florida is still not buying it until there's a knock at the door. And James, the dude opens the door. The dude walks in. 25 pennies got you $150. That's 10 more than 140 he brought home yesterday.
Wait, I hit him with the gets you 150 of the long green.
Man.
And James went like this. Ooh-wee.
BJ, you on a roll. Let me state, the gentleman who brought that money in was played by the actual co-creator of Good Times, Eric Monty. I did find it funny.
Oh, that's Eric Monty?
That's Eric Monty, and I found it funny when he put his hand up. He's like, "What you want?" And he gave a little tip for bringing the money over, but the way he did it, it's like, "What you want?" Man, James is hit the. Then when Lona comes in, she's like, "Oh my God, if I got some news." Florida says, "Is it good?" And I don't want to hear it. And when Lona tells her how the guy wants to ask her out, the handsy guy, she's talking about the night before. He said, "But don't you think the handsy guy?" "Yeah, but I found out he owns a gas station." And so I'm going to say them 3 magic words. "I love you." "No." "Fill her up."
Fill her up. Hey, why when she walked in though, she said, He must be looking right through those walls into my apartment.
But the thing that got me was when Michael rolled in and he said, "I got $5. I have never seen so much hate in all." She literally is yelling.
Oh, I was so mad, bro. Oh my God.
She was furious that her son got $5. This is it just I was like, and as much as you see on the internet as they talk about the problem was Florida, and I sat there and said in 2 episodes, you know what, Florida, you are the problem. Like she was furious. I don't think in these 2 episodes we watched she was even more. That's the most furious I've ever seen her when Michael came in with that $5.
Bruh. The only time I seen Florida angrier was when she kicked JJ out the house.
Ooh. Yeah.
That's the only time where I saw her angrier, bro. And that was legitimate at least. This one, she just hating, bro.
She does. Michael and Thelma enter from the back and they're mad. And JJ, who we didn't mention, had gone off to the art contest to enter his Sweet Daddy painting, comes back to say, he said, "How'd the thing go?" He said, "I didn't even answer." He said there were 8 other dudes that was Sweet Daddy paintings.
Let's pause for a second. How many artists are there at Cabrini Green?
I was about to say the same thing. So I said, I am quite impressed about the artist compound that they have in Cabrini.
We need some more studies on Cabrini Green's artistry.
Because to have that many people with paintings in Cabrini Green, I was like, I think we need to study that, man. I was thinking the fact that you got 9 other people painting.
Sweet Daddy pictures too? Sweet Daddy Williams pictures?
Dude.
And you're willing to bring your painting back because their paintings are that good too.
There are 9, bro. There are 9, at least 9 painters in Cabrini Green. Hey, man, you know that dude who paints? Oh, you mean Hank? No, I mean JJ. No, nah. Not the big dude. Oh, Clark? Like, dude, there's a lot of painters, bro, in Cabrini Green, man. And JJ's like, no, Michael's like, you should enter this Black Jesus painting. And James is like, oh, no, you're not. Hold on. You ain't got some other paint, brother? Hold on, you ain't got some other paint?
He was like, nah, not really. He's like, well, I'm sorry, man. James just straight up like, I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry, man.
My luck been too good lately.
We can't throw this away. And what got him to change his mind is that his verbally violent daughter Thelma comes in just
why she go off so hard on him, bruh?
so hard. He's just like, he can't sell no paintings. Goddamn, Thelma, he's 17.
Then she hit him with, he's an amateur. Like, good lord. Like, I ain't gonna scream. He just gonna, I heard of sibling rivalries with him.
But a lot of anger here, Thelma. What's going on?
And you know what? The only other time that I've seen Thelma angry at JJ was when she said, I hate you. It was something that happened with her boyfriend or something. Oh, they found out her boyfriend was janky or something. It was later on.
Ooh, yeah. I think I know.
She got this face. She say, "You liar, you."
Then in the end, he like, I told you he was horrible. I told you he's a horrible human being. And in this moment, that's when JJ's like, start putting himself down. Yeah. The moment of clarity. JJ's up, and then James tells him, say, no, it's your talent. You take this down. And James is reluctant, but he still lets him go. Whatever.
Yeah, he has a moment of clarity.
Yes. And I tell you, that moment that he talks to, that moment when he talks to him about the painting, like, are you sure? No, I don't know about this. I don't know how you may not see it, but it reminded me of a moment I had with Dad. It's just the graveness in his voice was like, you ain't taking that painting. We used to get milk delivered to the house, and that's when I got heavy into drinking a lot of milk and stuff like that. And the milk
I heard this before.
The milk came one day, and I drank like about a half gallon. They had 2 cartons, and I had like about half of a half gallon left. And your dad came to me and said, "Son, can I talk to you?" He said, "Now look, I don't want you to ever think I'm telling you that you can't drink or have anything. Do you really need to drink this much milk?" And the level of seriousness he had reminded me of you. It just reminded me of, it's like he said, "No, I understand." He said, "Wait, no, you ain't taking that. Wait, we ain't taking this painting off the wall. Now hold on." The level of seriousness that he didn't understand. Like, what you mean take that painting off that wall? What you mean take that painting and enter in the contest? It reminded me of how your dad was looking at me, asking me like, "Are you seriously? Do you need to drink this much milk?" I'm not stopping you. I'm just asking. I need to know. And then it's that level of seriousness, man. I swear to God. It's like, I just need to know. Bro. JJ comes back later, and
your dad had something like that with me, man. We always ate apples, bro. I mean, we had the regular, you get the regular red delicious apples. Well, when I got married and moved into Maryland, I found out that there are so many different types of apples. There are granny apples. There are Fuji apples. There are Gala apples. There are sweet and crispy apples. So I started getting into those apples, bro. Ambrosia apples. We went back home, bro. I took one of them apples and I started eating one. I was like, ugh. I said, ooh, this apple mushy. Boy,
why did you say that? Why did you say that?
Your dad said, "What are you talking about, boy? Damn apple mushy. What are you talking about? It's a good apple." He just grabbed the apple out of my hand and started eating it. He said, "Boy, ain't nothing wrong with this apple." He started eating the apple. He said, mushy apple. What you talking about?
That's a good apple. What is wrong with you?
and my wife just sitting in the corner like this. She looking at me like, Mr. Gala Fuji.
You ain't bringing me in this, Mr. Particular about his apples. You ain't bringing me to this mess.
Mr. Sweet and Crispy over there.
You know about this, Erica? No, Lord.
I don't know nothing.
I don't know nothing.
I don't know what's wrong with your son.
Son, I don't know what's wrong with your son. You know anything about this? I don't know nothing about it. I don't know nothing about it. Oh,
All right, man.
Quote of the show. Ooh, BJ, you really got us on a roll. That's my quote. Ooh, BJ, you got us on a roll. Oh my God.
Mine was when Thelma finally finished talking about Larry Williams. She said, "Ooh, thanks, brother."
He was. And James enjoyed the hell out of that too.
He sure did.
He's like, is this still an issue in the black community? Jesus. Jesus.
Is it?
Jesus. Jesus is just one word. Jesus. That's what. Is it still an issue? Jesus. Yeah. Jesus is still an issue in the black community.
JJ said, if there were ever a people who were lost, that's us. Being negative towards yourself is still a problem in the black community.
Yeah.
He said it just off the cuff, bruh. If there ever were people who were lost, that's us.
That's us. Yeah. That is.
And black Jesus, any Jesus right now in the community seems to be in the black community is a fight.
Because everybody got an interpretation of who Jesus is. Everybody got their own interpretation. I didn't have anything unrealistic because
everything was pretty on point.
Everything was pretty on point to me.
We had any dad nostalgia. I think we answered all of that.
I think we answered that. It was just the graveness of James. It's like, hold on, you ain't taking James. That's my good luck, baby. That's my good luck around here.
I keep thinking about with Thelma, bruh. Thelma was she was so sincerely and genuinely happy. She was like, he asked me, Daddy, me, Mommy, me. And then she said, I'm going to be the prettiest girl there. Ooh, thanks, brother.
Ooh, thanks, brother.
She just switched the whole persona.
James was killing me. Here go $5. You let your Larry know you going out with a rich girl. Dude, with this, that's five. You got $145 left.
Stop. Oh, what about Florida? Florida cut it off. What she need money for? She got money. What she said? A dime and a quarter?
A dime and a dollar. A dime to call me. And a dollar she can't reach it. I was like, oh my God. There was a thing. Let me tell you, anybody listening, there was a thing called the payphone back in the day. And you could pay. I don't remember the dime days. I remember the quarter or 35
days.
Quarter days. But there's a day where you could pay. You could make a call for a dime and talk for as long as you want.
You know what I thought about, bro? Could you ever make a phone call from the office at St. Aug?
Yeah, you can make a call unless it was like an emergency. It had to be. If not, you was on that phone on the yard.
Yeah, I was about to say, I always felt I had to use a payphone, bro, to make a call if I had to make a call.
If you really needed to, but you didn't want to talk in front of nobody. That's why everybody's waiting for that payphone. Niggas don't want to talk in front of nobody. Because usually they was calling for the wrong thing. They was calling for the wrong thing. That's why. So, yeah. You wasn't if you was on that phone, it was like, it was very business where you didn't want to use that phone. Yeah. You could do all you wanted to on that one phone on the yard. That's why I think they provided it for us. You ain't gonna bring your nonsense in here. Yeah.
I already did my shagu moment of the show.
What is that? Well, I had none. I just got a kick out of this. Black Jesus.
Michael. And look at his eyes. Red like fire.
It's the look. It's the fine thing you're doing that's killing me.
Because that's what he does, bro. That's what he does, bro.
Oh, God. Yeah.
But you're right, going back to that whole Black Jesus thing, Fred Sanford said it best. You can't be in Jerusalem for 37 years without a hat and be white.
So true. So very true. So very true.
Oh, man.
This has been quite enjoyable. Enjoyable.
I have enjoyed myself.
I
can't wait to see what next 2 episodes are up.
This just tickles me pink.
Oh, man.
So, until next week from the Blacklog, we out.
Peace.